A beautiful ray of light coming from sun. Very nice picture. Here also you can see the rays of light coming from sun. In this picture also you could see very nice beam of light coming from sun. So in all these pictures, what have you noticed? You have noticed that light travels in a straight path. So light from sun or any source of light travels in a straight path. But what happens if it is traveling from air to water or air to glass? Suppose the light is traveling from air to water, it changes its direction. In water, it travels in straight path. In air, it travels in straight path. But when it is traveling from one medium, optical medium, to another optical medium, it changes its direction. And this change in direction of the path of the light ray is called refraction of light. So refraction is nothing but change in the direction of path of the light ray, or bending of light, you can say. So in this chapter we are going to see the refraction of light. Chapter 4, ICSE Physics. Now, what is optical medium? Optical medium is any medium in which light can travel or light can pass through. So air, water, glass, diamond, oil, all these are optical mediums. So whenever light changes its medium, its direction changes or it bends. So this bending of light is called refraction of light. So let us check. This is a glass slab. When light travels from air to glass and then to air, what happens? So when light travels from air to glass, this is the incident ray. It is incident obliquely on glass surface. What happens? It should travel in this path, red dotted lines. But what happens? It is partially reflected and it is partially refracted. The refracted ray, refracted means bends. So it passes through glass but it changes its direction while passing through glass. And then this ray is called refracted ray. Now draw a normal at the point of incidence where the incident ray strikes the glass surface. Now this is the angle of incidence I. The angle between the incident ray and the normal is called angle of incidence I. The angle between the refracted ray and normal is called angle of refraction R. Now draw a normal at the point of incidence on the second surface of glass where the light will travel from glass to air. Now when it is traveling from glass to air, again it changes its direction because there is change in medium. And this refraction takes place on the surface. That means the bending of light or the change in direction of light takes place from the surface of the medium. So this is your emergent ray. The ray of light emerges out of the glass in this manner. In this chapter we are going to see only about refracted ray or refraction. So refraction of light. What is refraction of light? So refraction of light is the change in direction of path of the light ray when it travels from one medium to another medium. What is the reason for change in the direction? Speed of light is different in different medium, or you can say light travels with different speed in different medium. Now in air, you know that in air the speed of light is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. But what is the speed same in glass also? No. Is the speed same in water also? No. In glass, the speed of light is 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. And in water, it is 2.25 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So now you know the reason why it changes its direction, because its speed is different in different optical medium. So due to this change in speed, it changes its direction. Now let us see when the light travels from rarer medium to denser medium. So suppose the light is incident on the surface of air and glass and air and water. So air is the rarer, optically rarer medium, and glass or water, they are optically denser medium. So when light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, this should be the path of the light ray, but it bends. It is partially reflected. We are not going to focus on the reflected ray. It bends towards the normal. Okay. So when light travels from rarer medium to denser medium, or when it passes from one optical medium to another optical medium, it is partially reflected at the surface and majorly it is refracted. It passes through the medium but with change in direction of the path of the light ray. So when light travels from air to glass or water, from rarer medium to denser medium, it bends towards the normal. So you can see here it bends towards the normal. Let us see what happens when light ray travels from denser medium to rarer medium. So let us see what happens when light ray travels from glass to air or water to air. This should be the incident ray. This is the incident ray, incident on the surface of glass and on the surface of air in the second diagram. This should be, the red dotted line should be the path of the light ray, because light travels in a straight path. But what happens, because there is change in medium, the light ray changes its direction. And this time it is bending away from the normal. So when light ray passes from denser to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal. So this is bending away from the normal. There is one more case when light does not bend when on refraction. So what is the condition when light does not bend on refraction? That means when it travels from one medium to another medium, it does not bend. First condition is when the light ray is incident normal to the surface. Normal to the surface means the angle between the incident ray and the normal is 0 degree. They are coinciding. So there is no angle between the incident ray and normal. So angle between the incident ray and normal, that is angle of incidence, is 0 degree. So when light is incident normal to the surface, it goes without any deviation or it passes undeviated. In this case, angle of incidence is 0 degree and angle of refraction will also be 0 degree. Now what is the second condition? Mu is nothing but refractive index. Second condition is when the refractive index of both the medium is same. Now here the light is not, suppose this is the first medium. Mediums are different. Okay, but their refractive index, they are same. So this is second medium of same refractive index. Now you can also say that speed of light in both the medium is same. In that case, the light ray will pass undeviated. Here you can notice that the light ray is not incident normal to the surface. It makes some angle with the normal. That means it is incident obliquely. So when it is incident obliquely on the surface separating two medium, they are two different mediums but having same refractive index. That means two different medium but speed of light in both the medium is same, or refractive index of both the medium is same, or you can say optical density of both the medium is same. So in that case, when the light is incident obliquely, it will pass undeviated. So this is the second condition when light does not bend on refraction. Now laws of refraction. What are the laws of refraction? First law states that the incident ray, refracted ray and normal at the point of incidence lie on the same plane. So this is the incident ray, refracted ray and the normal at the point of incidence lie on the same plane. So this is first law. Second law says that the ratio of sine of angle of incidence to sine of angle of refraction is constant for a given pair of media. This is angle of incidence I and this is angle of refraction R. The ratio of sine I to sine R is constant for a given pair of media. And this constant is called refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium. This law is also called Snell's law because it was given by Snell. Here the second medium is glass and the first medium is air. So we are finding the refractive index of glass, second medium, with respect to first medium, air. So we are finding the refractive index of glass with respect to air. Now, refractive index, definition of refractive index. Refractive index is nothing but the ratio of sin I to sin R, which is constant for a given pair of media. So refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is equal to sin I upon sin R. This is how we write. Refractive index of second medium with respect to first medium is sin I upon sin R. Now in this case, the second medium is glass and the first medium is air. So refractive index of glass with respect to air is sin I upon sin R. Glass is the second medium and air is the first medium. Absolute refractive index. What is absolute refractive index? It is nothing but the ratio of speed of light in air to speed of light in the given medium. So you know the speed of light in air and you know the speed of light in glass and water as we have done this. Now speed of light in a refractive index of a medium with respect to air is called absolute refractive index. So that is nothing but ratio of speed of light in air or vacuum to speed of light in that medium. Speed of light in air or vacuum will be same, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Now refractive index of glass. Here the second medium is glass, first medium is air. So refractive index of glass is equal to speed of light in air upon speed of light in glass. Now refractive index in terms of wavelength of light. You know that speed of light, speed is nothing but frequency into wavelength. Frequency of a light or frequency of a ray does not change. Remember this, does not change when it changes its medium. So if speed is changing, then what should change? Wavelength should change. Because speed is equal to frequency into wavelength. So frequency is same, so it will get cancelled. So you will get refractive index is equal to wavelength in air upon wavelength in the medium. This is the refractive index in terms of wavelength of light. Now let us calculate the refractive index of glass with respect to air. You know the speed of light in air, 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and you know the speed of light in glass. If you don't know, then check the video, rewind and check the video. 2 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. So 10 to the power 8 meter per second will get cancelled. So you will get refractive index is equal to 3 by 2. So that is nothing but 1.5. So refractive index of glass is 1.5. That will remain same for glass even if you change the angle of incidence or any other value. For glass, refractive index is 1.5. Lateral displacement. Next topic is lateral displacement. Now when a ray of light is incident on the glass, you know that this is the angle of incidence. You know that it will get refracted, it will bend towards the normal. And it will form an angle with the normal, which is called angle of refraction. But when it travels from glass to air, it bends away from the normal and the ray is called emergent ray. Now if the incident ray is extended, then the perpendicular distance between the direction of incident ray and the emergent ray, path of emergent ray, is called lateral displacement. So this lateral displacement is nothing but the perpendicular distance x between the emergent ray and the direction of incident ray. What are the factors on which lateral displacement depends? Lateral displacement depends on 3 factors. One is the thickness of the glass or thickness of the medium. Second is the angle of incidence. And third is the refractive index of the glass or refractive index of the medium. How does it depend? On thickness, it depends directly. More thickness, more lateral displacement. Angle of incidence also, it depends directly. More angle of incidence, more lateral displacement. And on refractive index also of a medium, it depends directly. That means more the refractive index of the medium, more will be the lateral displacement. Let us see some applications of refraction. When a coin is placed at the bottom of a beaker, it appears to be raised. How does it happen? I will not say why it happens. It happens because of refraction. But how? So let us take a beaker containing water. Place a coin in the beaker at the bottom of the beaker. Now, to locate the image of any object, you should take minimum 2 rays. So take 2 rays coming from this coin. Now the rays will travel from water to air. So it should bend away from the normal. So these rays are bending away from the normal, and here is the eye of the observer. The observer is here. So for the observer, the ray does not travel in a bent path. So it will appear to be coming from this point. It will appear to be coming in a straight line. So the coin appears to be at this point. So that is why it appears to be raised. Let us take one more example, apparent bending of stick or pencil when partially immersed in water. Take a beaker containing water, place the pencil or immerse the pencil partially in water. Now what will happen? How do you locate the image? Take 2 rays from the tip of the pencil. You will locate the tip of the image of the pencil. So now again the rays are traveling from water to air, so they will bend away from the normal. So for the observer, it appears to be coming from this point. So here is the tip of the image of the pencil. So that is why the pencil appears to be bent. Now you must have understood why this spoon appears to be bent or distorted. Yes, because of refraction of light. So I hope you have understood the topic refraction of light. We have one experiment to determine the refractive index of glass slab and explaining refraction and refractive index of glass slab experimentally done. So to check that video, click on the link given on the screen and also on the description box. I hope you have understood. Thank you. Take care.